Hey everyone, it's Matt, and today we're going to be talking about Fallout 4. It's been a minute since my last Fallout 4 video, but we have some news on that storage space increase. That will be happening on May 27th for Fallout 4, and it's going to be happening on all consoles, so saving your list is something that you're going to want to do regardless of what platform you're on, well, at least on console. I wanted to try the save load order feature in game and see how it worked, and I figured I'd record it and go over that with you. If you do that, does it work, and should you try it? When you load up Fallout 4, go ahead and pull up the creations menu, and then you can pull up your load order here, and then at the bottom you'll notice a button that says load order archive. Before you do that though, I would familiarize yourself with your list if you haven't played in a while. Look at how much space is taken up as well as how many mods you have. I disabled a mod previously because I was checking out a different version, so make note of any mods that you have that are disabled. When you use the save loader feature, anything that's not activated is not going to save. With the storage space increase, even the older consoles, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are also getting increases, so it's a good idea to run through that list, especially if you haven't played in a bit. Use that photographic memory of yours. You might notice something that's off if you end up restoring your list and notice something's missing. Press the view button on Xbox or the equivalent on PlayStation to bring up the load order archive, and then you can go ahead and save your load order to Bethesda.net. Before all is said and done, go ahead and take a look at your Creation Club content if you own any. There was some given to everybody in the anniversary update, so you do want to just take a look and see what you have activated. I actually had bought the Creation Club pack when the anniversary edition dropped, so everything was already activated, just some stuff needed updates, which won't be an issue because we're going to reinstall everything. As a precaution, you can also record a video on your console of your list. So on Xbox, you press the guide button, you can capture what just happened. So if you run through your list top to bottom, you can save it on your console. On Xbox, you can go to your recent captures to pull up a list, or you can go to show all captures and then see everything as it is there if you have like multiple videos of your list. After that, I would even load up your current save and then just make a hard save. That way that's going to be the one you load after you restore everything. So now let's see if this restore feature actually worked. So for this, I needed to delete everything. If you're on Xbox, you can press the Xbox button, hover over Fallout 4, and go to Manage Game and Add-ons. Move on down to Save Data, and that's where you're going to see your saves and reserve space. For those that don't know, that's where all of your mods are kept. And when you load the game back up, that partition will just rebuild itself, and it will be clear of any mods. If you're on PlayStation, uninstalling the game and then reinstalling it is probably the best way to go. This is most likely what you're going to see when the storage space increase drops because it'll wipe everybody's list. And so if you've done everything so far, you can go ahead and restore your list by hitting that load order archive button, again view button on Xbox, the equivalent on PlayStation, and then restore your load order. I was cautiously optimistic about this. Trying it with Skyrim, it kind of worked. I usually keep a pretty lean load order, around 50-ish mods, so I actually ended up installing everything. It actually even disabled one of the mods that I had, and everything was jumbled up, so I did need to rearrange quite a few things. For the purpose of this video, I went ahead and did that. On the day after you do all that and restore your list, you're going to want to reinstall your Creation Club content. You can do that via the menu by pressing the menu button on Xbox or the equivalent on PlayStation. If you do this from the menu, just FYI, you're not going to be able to delete Creation Club content, so if you only had some active, then you do want to go through the actual list of Creation Club content and select what you want and then install that only. So after all that, you're pretty much off to the races. Back out of the menu here and your list will actually reload. Close out of your game and then you can load it back up. Once you load the game back up, you can go ahead and try and load a save, and then you're going to get this pop-up. Since everything installed correctly, including the Creation Club stuff, I didn't get an additional pop-up showing what was missing. I just went right into that pop-up. I hit current, so it loads the current load order, and boom, I'm back into my game. And that was my experience with the save load order feature, and then also recording my list again on the Xbox just to make sure I have everything, and just in case that feature doesn't work when that storage space increase happens. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I think most of my subscribers are pretty familiar with how Bethesda updates go at this point, so it's always best to err on the side of caution. But hey, recording your list a couple different ways, you'll be in good shape. And after that update drops, you can definitely expect me adding more mods to my list and then making a load order video about it. So if you didn't already know that was probably going to happen, well, there you go.